Hey, what's going on? This is another episode of the Bible Way live on YouTube for August 16th, 2026 on a Sunday morning. We're gonna uh, we're gonna switch it up on this Sunday. We're gonna see if I can get my audio Bible started, and he's gonna I'm gonna let him do the double header. So, hopefully he's able to do that double header because the app's been acting crazy of late. But it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let him do the double header. First Kings, chapter 17. Kings, chapter 17.
For whom I stand, there shall be neither dew nor rain these years except by my word.
And the word of the Lord came to him. Depart from here, enter eastward, and hide yourself by the brook Kerith, which is east of the Jordan. You shall drink from the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed you there. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord. He went and lived by the brook Kerith, that is east of the Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening, and he drank from the brook. And after a while the brook dried up, because there was no rain in the land. Then the word of the Lord came to him. Arise, go to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow there to feed you. So he arose and went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, a widow was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and said,
Bring me a little water in a vessel, that I may drink.
And as she was going to bring it, he called to her and said,
Bring me a morsel of bread in your hand.
And she said,
As the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. And now I am gathering a couple of sticks, that I may go in and prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die.
And Elijah said to her,
Do not fear. Go and do as you have said. But first make me a little cake of it, and bring it to me, and afterward make something for yourself and your son. For thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, the jar of flour shall not be spent, the jug of oil shall not be empty, until the day that the Lord sends rain upon the earth.
And she went and did as Elijah said. And she and he and her household ate for many days. The jar of flour was not spent, neither did the jug of oil become empty, according to the word of the Lord that he spoke by Elijah. After this, the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, became ill, and his illness was so severe that there was no breath left in him. And she said to Elijah,
What have you against me, O man of God? You have come to me to bring my sin to remembrance and to cause the death of my son.
And he said to her,
Give me your son.
And he took him from her arms and carried him up into the upper chamber where he lodged, and laid him on his own bed. And he cried to the Lord,
O Lord my God, have you brought calamity even upon the widow with whom I sojourn, by killing her son?
Then he stretched himself upon the child 3 times, and cried to the Lord,
O Lord my God, let this child's life come into him again.
And the Lord listened to the voice of Elijah. And the life of the child came into him again, and he revived. And Elijah took the child, and brought him down from the upper chamber into the house, and delivered him to his mother. And Elijah said,
See, your son lives.
And the woman
and said to Elijah,
Now I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth.
All right. And from First Kings chapter number mm, mm, what was it? All right. And from First Kings chapter number 17 to Jeremiah chapter number 27. Chapter number 27. Okay. Number 27.
Jeremiah 27. In the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Thus the Lord said to me,
Make yourself straps and yoke bars, and put them on your neck. Send word to the king of Edom, the king of Moab, the king of the sons of Ammon, the king of Tyre, and the king of Sidon by the hand of the envoys who have come to Jerusalem to Zedekiah, king of Judah. Give them this charge for their masters.
Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, this is what you shall say to your masters. It is I who by my great power and my outstretched arm have made the earth, with the men and animals that are on the earth, and I give it to whomever it seems right to me. Now I have given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and I have given him also the beasts of the field to serve him. All the nations shall serve him and his son and his grandson until the time of his own land comes. Then many nations and great kings shall make him their slave. But if any nation or kingdom will not serve this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and put its neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, I will punish that nation with the sword, with famine, and with pestilence, declares the Lord, until I have consumed it by his hand. So do not listen to your prophets, your diviners, your dreamers, your fortune tellers, or your sorcerers, who are saying to you, you shall not serve the king of Babylon. For it is a lie that they are prophesying to you, with the result that you will be removed far from your land, and I will drive you out and you will perish. But any nation that will bring its neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him, I will leave on its own land to work it and dwell there, declares the Lord. To Zedekiah, king of Judah, I spoke in like manner. Bring your necks under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him and his people and live. Why will you and your people die by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence, as the Lord has spoken concerning any nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Do not listen to the words of the prophets who are saying to you, you shall not serve the king of Babylon, for it is a lie that they are prophesying to you. I have not sent them, declares the Lord, but they are prophesying falsely in my name, with the result that I will drive you out and you will perish, you and the prophets who are prophesying to you. Then I spoke to the priests and to all this people, saying, Thus says the Lord, do not listen to the words of your prophets who are prophesying to you, saying, Behold, the vessels of the Lord's house will now shortly be brought back from Babylon, for it is a lie that they are prophesying to you. Do not listen to them. Serve the king of Babylon and live. Why should the city become a desolation? If they are prophets, and if the word of the Lord is with them, then let them intercede with the Lord of hosts, that the vessels that are left in the house of the Lord, in the house of the king of Judah, and in Jerusalem may not go to Babylon. For thus says the Lord of hosts concerning the pillars, the sea, the stands, and the rest of the vessels that are left in the city, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon did not take away, when he took into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon Jeconiah the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and all the nobles of Judah and Jerusalem. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, concerning the vessels that are left in the house of the Lord, in the house of the king of Judah and in Jerusalem. They shall be carried to Babylon and remain there until the day when I visit them, declares the Lord. Then I will bring them back and restore them to this place.
All right. So is the reading of First Kings chapter. Oh no. First Kings chapter number 17 and Jeremiah chapter number 27. Now let's get the summary of both of them and wrap it up. All right, to wrap it up. All right, First Kings chapter 17 summary. First Kings chapter 17 summary introduces the prophet Elijah during the reign of the wicked king Ahab. Elijah announces a drought. Elijah tells Ahab that there will be no rain or dew in Israel for several years, except by God's command. This drought is God's judgment on Israel's idolatry. Second point, God provides for Elijah. God sends Elijah to the brook of Cherith, where he drinks water from the brook and is miraculously fed by ravens, bringing him bread and meat. When the brook dries up because of the drought, God directs him elsewhere. 3, the widow of Zarephath. God sends Elijah to Zarephath, where a poor widow is gathering sticks to prepare what she believes will be her last meal for herself and her son. Elijah asks her, making bread first, promises that God will provide. She obeys, and God miraculously keeps her jar for flour and jug of oil from running out throughout the famine. 4 point, Elijah raises the widow's son. Later, the widow's son became sick and dies. Elijah prays earnestly for God to restore the boy's life. This is the first recorded resurrection miracle in the Bible. Mm. Let's read that again. This is the first recorded resurrection miracle in the Bible. Mm. Key lessons: God's faithfully provides for those who trust and obey Him. God's power is greater than famine, drought, or even death. God, places God's often cause disobedience even in difficult situations. Mhm. Um, uh, Praising God often requires obedience even in difficult circumstances. Elijah is shown as a powerful prophet due to whom God performs miracles. God performs miracles. Alrighty, let's go to the final one of the doubleheader, Jeremiah chapter number 27. All right, Jeremiah chapter number 27 summary. In Jeremiah 27, God instructs the prophet Jeremiah to wear a wooden yoke on his neck as a symbol of Babylon's coming to rule over many nations. One, the first point, the yoke of Babylon. God tells Jeremiah to send messages to the king of Edom, Moab, Ammon, Tyre, Sidon. All right, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Okay, first point. The oak of Babylon. God tells Jeremiah to send messages to the kings of Edom, Moab, uh, Ammon, Tyre, Sidon, warning them that he has given power to King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. These nations are the summit to Babylon rather than submit to Babylon rather than resist. Number two, a warning against rebellion. God, the sea. There's any nation refusing to serve Babylon will face wartime, war, famine, and disease. Rather than resist. Until a warning against rebellion, God declares that any nation refusing to serve Babylon will face war, famine, and disease. Submission to Babylon is presented as God's will for that time. Number three, false prophets exposed. Jeremiah warns the people not to listen to prophets, diviners, or dreamers who claim that the Babylon power will soon end. These messages are false and will lead people to disaster. Message of King Zedekiah. Okay. Okay. Jeremiah warns the people not to listen to prophets, diviners, and dreamers who claim that Babylon's power will soon end. These messages are false and will lead people into disaster. Number four, message to King Zedekiah. Jeremiah urges King Zedekiah of Judah to submit to Babylon and live. Okay. Jeremiah urges King Zedekiah of Judah to submit to Babylon and live. He warns that rebellion will bring destruction to Jerusalem. Fifth one, the temple articles. Some temple treasures have already been taken to Babylon. False prophets claim that they would be returned, but Jeremiah said they will remain in his mission. Some people treasures false prophets claim that they mm, we're gonna make it. Man, oh man. Like I said, if you're gonna do this work, get a lot of rest. Okay, temple articles. Temple articles. Some temple treasures had already been taken to Babylon. False prophets claim they would soon be returned, but Jeremiah says they will remain in Babylon until God appointed time. Yeah, but only then God will bring them back. Key lessons to sum this all up of this chapter. God is sovereign over all nations and rulers. Obedience is God's will is wiser than resisting it. False prophets can be dangerous because they give people false hope. Um, hmm. Even in judgment, God promises the restoration will come in His timing. His timing. But that would do it for them two summaries, summing up this double header. Um, keep in mind the key lessons and the key main verses. You'll be on your way. It's First Kings chapter number 17, that summary, and Jeremiah 27 summary. Jeremiah 27 summary. Okay, that would do it. Shout out to the audio Bible coming through and releasing this double header. Yeah, I might have them do this one. Yeah. It's good to have somebody to come in off the bench. Cause yeah, just have somebody coming off the bench. But that would do it for this one. You want to get in touch with this this live on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in my handle. At the real, the truth, .AOT44, low subtraction symbol, Thompson, you'll be on your way. As at the real and the truth, .AOT44, low subtraction symbol, Thompson, you'll be on your way. On your way. But that's all I got for this one. This is another episode of the About Way Live on YouTube. You have a good one. I'm gone.